Jeez, why is that center of the castle has a shining light in the center? Hey everybody, this is me, Mickey Mouse here, and I'm back from the Muxy Toys, and welcome back to my last play of Super Mario 64 for the Nintendo 64. So last time we actually did done we finally managed to did done some of the missions in Jolly Roger Bay, and then also we managed to complete everything in Cool Cool Mountain. And today for this video is that we're about to go ahead and move on to probably the next world in the game. As you can see that we actually come across into that hallway. And once we actually approach into the hallway, that this very mysterious enemy known as the Boos sends Super Mario Bros. 3 and Super Mario World. And basically the big Boo right there did run off when we actually trying to go closer to him. And then seems to think that he actually goes through the wall, and then basically that we come across into the garden site of the Princess Peach's castle. And what do we get in there? Bunch of Boos. And then here we off to the next world in the game, which was called 5 Big Boo's Huts. And the first mission we have is go on a ghost hunt. Because in order to actually get to this world right here, is that you need to actually, in order to kill the Boos in this game, is the fact that you need to actually ground pound all of the Boos. And then if you ground the ground pound Boos, then you can actually get yourself some coins. But then if you actually ground pounded the big ones, that will actually let you, if you grab this specific big Boo onto the Princess Peach's Castle's hub world, that way you can actually get into the actual next world in the game. So Big Boo's Hunt was actually a pretty spooky level, and basically every time that you actually come across into those different doors, you actually come into different rooms and such. Like right now we're at the room that contains some bunch of bookshelves and these really creepy moving chairs that were actually trying to hurt you. And then there's this little piano that was actually right there. So what you're literally doing this mission right here is the fact that you have to kill all of the Boos while simply just using the ground pound ability. However, the catch is that if you look at the Boos, they will try to actually become invincible, so that it becomes like a see-through, so you can't ground pound the Boos when they're actually see-through. But the one you need to do is the fact you have to look away and then time your jumps and whatnot quite well to position yourself, and then you can actually kill the Boos that way. Or if you actually just jump over the Boo and then you simply just defeat them, and what I could do is like another way you can do that. So yeah, that's all you're literally trying to do. So I believe the amount of Boos you have to ground pound, I think you have to ground pound, let's say about 5 regular Boos, until you actually ground pound all 5 of them. That way that something is about to happen, like even then, once you defeat those Boos here, you get some 5 coins. And it looks like that big Boo comes in, so not only do we have to deal with these 5 Boos in order to success with this mission, we also need to defeat the big Boo itself. And basically you can do is like 3 ground pounds, so basically what you have to do, you can constantly just jump and then ground pound as soon as he gets closer. And then once you defeat him, once you ground pound him like 3 times, then the mission is over. In addition to that, the power star was actually all the way up. And also not to mention that staircase was actually activated, so now you can actually go in a higher section of the, inside of the, you know, Big Boo's hut, basically. So, that was it on the ghost hut, or the ghost hunt, rather. And you have to constantly just ground pound the Big Boo until you actually revisit to, Big Boo's hut every time. So, just wanted to let you guys just notice that. Mission number 2, ride Big Boo's merry-go-round. And then, basically, what we're gonna have to do is it's exactly feel similar to the first mission, but except the only difference is that we're gonna go onto a different location. In this case, a different spot of the level. So, you can either do is like a little, the 2 different, routes you can take. Like, one you can actually do is like a normal route, which I actually did that right now. And there's also another way that you can actually do is to actually, if you come across into that room that contains like a bottomless pit or something like that, alongside with the red coin with that as well as the crumbling bridge that you can actually just walk past it, and then you simply fall down into that little basement or the underground part. And basically we come across into the Big Boo's merry-go-round. And basically doing this mission is pretty simple. Basically we have to defeat these boos, and then I believe once again, much like before, we have to kill 5 of them until you actually killed all 5 of them, the regular ones in this case. Big Boo has appeared. As soon as the jingle is about to appear. Because yeah, if you do that jingle, that means Big Boo has appeared on during the mission itself. So yeah, it's pretty simple, self-explanatory, just in case you guys noticed that already. And then once we've done that, then you know, the power star is rewarded to you. And we got 30 power stars all in total right now, so I'm pretty sure that it might actually go ahead and say that it'll actually let me access to another section of the Princess Peach's castle. But again, I'm not going to do that just yet though, because I'm going to have to do like 100% completion though still. So, yeah. And now we have to ground pound the, you know, Big Boo again, so just in case we will revisit to this world eventually. So, onwards to the 3rd mission of this world. Mission 3, Secret of the Haunted Books. Now, all we do here is pretty simple. We have to go all the way up to the staircase onto the top floor of the mansion itself. And then basically what the door we need to go into is the one that involving, I'm pretty sure it's on this door right over there. So, if you come across to there, then you come across into the library. And you have to dodge these little moving books, because they'll try to sometimes push you off, or in this case just hurt you. So, this is what you do in this puzzle right there. You simply just hit the top switch, or the top book, and then the bottom book, and then the middle section of the book. So that way if you input these little codes in correctly, then the door actually shifts to open, and then that's how you get the power star from here. So, overall it's pretty simple. Not too complicated either, so anyway. No coins included from that mission, so anyway, 31 power stars. So far so good for my power stars department thing, I suppose. So anyways, let's head back in here and do the 4th mission. So what should we have in 4th mission, you may ask? Seek the 8 red coins. And I'm pretty sure, much like the other worlds, that I might actually do a 100 coin power star mission. So let's go ahead and hunt for some more coins, and or in general, red coins as well. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's why I was gonna go ahead and say that right now. So yeah, not much to say I could talk about for this this episode here, folks. It's just that, well, E3 is getting closer at this point in time, so that means that you know, I'm pretty excited that there's going to be some more information on some upcoming games as far as in this point in time. And as well as for that, announcements of some of the games from different platforms or different mascots. So, still, I was hoping for Crash Bandicoot to come back from ever since, even though last time they, although, speaking of Crash Bandicoot, that recently I managed to download it myself, no, not Banjo-Kazooie, because Banjo-Kazooie was on the Xbox Live Arcade versions, including Banjo-Tooie as well. Recently I managed to actually download it myself on the PlayStation 3, Crash Bandicoot 1 and Crash Bandicoot 2, even though I've already got those on the PlayStation Portable, but the thing is though, I just wanted to play these games on the console and like a console versions as well. Just in case if I was going to actually just to play myself from a little bit there. Oh yeah, if you kill these little books right there, if you can see, that you can actually get yourselves 5 coins, in this case blue coins. And also the same looks of the boos as well. If you ground pound those boos right there, that will actually also gives you 5 coins, in this case blue coins. So let's go ahead and behind the... Oh god, the piano was alive! Oh jeez, that really scared me. That's probably the most terrifying thing in this game. That if you occasionally you might actually grab the red coin, but then if you think you're about to grab it, but then all of a sudden that piano was actually alive. So yeah, I did not notice that honestly. So even then though, it might scare a lot of people in some cases. So anyway, so let's grab pound these boos here. In fact, we're halfway done with the coins department in this level. So even then though, when we're done with that, then we pretty much guarantee that we pretty much done with the 100 coins Power Star. Although there was one world I need to do in 100 coins Power Star. And that was Bob-omb Battlefield, so... But however, I might save that for later though, so... Let's see what's in here. It's nothing on here, so it's nothing important from that. Before he gets here, it's just you can see the little window stained glass, so that's all you literally do see there. And here we have the introduction to Mr. I, and basically what you can do, think of the minigame from iSol from Mario Party 3. That, in order to actually defeat the Mr. I's, is that you need to actually go walk around him like few times, or presuming that was 2, I think. And then once you actually let him demolished, then you get yourself some blue coins. So, you know, just like Boos. But except with a different defeating method, so yeah, that's all there is to it. Now, before we actually get into the some other things where we can just think of, we need to go ahead into this room and just kill the Mr. Y. Overall, these guys are not that bad to deal with. You simply just walk around him all like let's say about 3 or 2 times. I'm pretty sure it's 2 times. Basically, if you actually walk around with him like 2 times, then you should be able to deal with him. And if you come across into up here, if you're assuming if you actually get your wall jump kick going on, and basically we come across into the blue coin switch, and then it gets like 4 blue coins, and that's all there is to it. So yeah. And I think I'm almost there to 100, so I've got 10 coins remaining, so even then though, the blue coins will actually really be helpful when you're actually trying to catch up to 100 coins scenario. Here's the another red coin, and we got 1 more red coin and plus 2 more coins as well. So once again, there's going to be a red coin star mission and 100 coin power stars appearance. So there's the 100 coin power stars appeared, and another which is the red coin power star, but I don't think it's gonna show up from that perspective. Seriously, I like how it does that. It's probably because I love doing that in my own time as well, especially when I play this game on my Nintendo 64's original cartridge version. So anyway, that's it for that. Between these 2 power stars we actually obtain now, so there we go. Alright, so I think we're pretty much gonna do like 1 more mission in Big Boo's Hunt that will pretty much guarantee that I believe much like how it does in Bob-omb Battlefield, I probably need a specific power-up or item rather to actually process with it. But the mission we're doing right now is mission 5, Big Boo's Balcony. So just like the ones in the previous Big Boo's defeating scenario, but this time, however, we're going to be going all the way up to the top of the mansion. Not just in the top of the roof, but onto the balcony. Now, basically what you can do here is by simply put, much like how it does it when we actually access that blue coin switch, that means we can actually go ahead and just enter these 2 doors right over there from the right. And in order to defeat him, it's basically the same thing as before, so even then though, but this time the arena is actually really small by the comparison. So once you defeat him, then the power star is actually going to be appeared on top of the roof. So this is probably the most trickiest part of this mission, is that in order to actually get to the power star, that you don't automatically move the camera, so that means we have to go for the power star with this perspective. So even then though, it might be really hard to see when you're actually just trying to walk throughout, especially when you come across into that very top part. But if you somehow slip up for just about 1 slip off, then you have to redo like going all the way up to the top thing again. So how I suggest you do, you just fill the control stick very gently, so just in case you won't able to accidentally run off the ledge, or in this case the slant. So, and yeah, there's an extra one up right there just in case. And there we go. 34 power stars. So I think we pretty much collected 6 power stars so far in this episode. So still so far so good for that recommendation. So let's save and continue. So yeah, I don't know why I did that right there. Probably I'm just gonna double check on that checklist what I was gonna do. So for now, we're gonna have to leave that level for the time being. So because of that, I need to get a specific item in order to actually just do the final mission of Big Boo's hunt, and also not to mention Jolly Roger Bay as well. Now, you probably noticed there's a little shiny thing that's actually going on in the center of the hub world. But basically what you can do is by collecting 10 power stars, and if you collect those 10 power stars, if you actually look onto that little first person view with that perspective, and if you look all the way up to the shining part, that will actually transport you to the one of these another castle's secret stars. And the one we're actually in right now is actually the wing cap course. Now the wing cap itself is really awesome. I really love how this item is actually firstly introduced in this game. Especially noticeable when I do glad that this although kind of think of it though that it does get a little bit of a replacement in Super Mario Sunshine, that it will say consist of FLUDD, which was a main gimmick on Super Mario Sunshine's gameplay mechanics. But even then though, now, just like how it was in the Cape Mario from Super Mario World and Super Mario Bros. 3's Tanuki Mario or the Raccoon Mario, you can fly. However, the only difference is this time around is that obviously this is in 3D Mario environment game, and oh yeah, there's the red exclamation mark switch, and if you somehow activated that, not only does it allows you to save the game, but it also allows you to actually use the red exclamation block, and you can actually use the wing cap power-up in any stages. So, since I already explained this to you at the beginning part of the playthrough, or in this case this last play, is the fact that in order to, although the reason why I just saved the last mission for last, or for later in this case, because I need to get a wing cap power-up in order to actually proceed for that particular final mission in Bob-omb Battlefield, so... In this case though, first things first, I have to do this mission right here. Now, this mission can be quite difficult sometimes, because sometimes you have to get your adjustments to how accurate the Wing Mario's flight is. Because simply put though, you have to be really precise with your control stick, especially if you're actually trying to go aim for these red coins. And sometimes though, you can either do this like one try, or you can either do this like 3 tries, or a few other attempts or 2. But, luckily though, you don't have to actually just, although, even then though, luckily though, you don't die on these little stages. Instead, if you actually come across into, especially noticeable if you actually come across into these little secret stages in the secret castles, you don't lose a life. Instead, you actually get kicked out of the secret course, and then not to lose a life in the process. So, you could do as like many tries as much as the fact though. So, even then though, it's a bit of a possibility or something like that. So anyway. This environment right here, it does seem to remind me of the Sandbird mission from Super Mario Sunshine, but except it's not sandy, but it's just a little brick block buildings. So yeah, all you do in this mission right here is by basically collecting all 8 of these red coins, and that's all you're literally trying to do in this mission. And then once you grab all 8 of them, then the power star is rewarded to you. So, yeah. So let's go ahead and head to the center of the tower, and we actually obtain the power star. So hooray! Victory is mine! So I think that, we're actually gonna go ahead and do the last mission on Bob-omb Battlefield, and as well as the 100 coins power star for now. So let's go ahead and head back to, you know, the first ever level of the game. So... Now, the 5th mission, it was actually, you know, the Mario Wings, what's that mission's called again? Yeah, Mario's Wings to the Sky, so, yeah. And the 6th mission I just did from the beginning part of the playthrough, which was behind the Chain Chomp's gate, so that's why I did that mission instead of this, because, you know, I'll be saving up for, the later parts of the game, like collecting some power-ups. So for Super Mario 64's power-up system is concerned, that, you know, you do have a health bar though, so at least that's a huge plus for that perk. So, now we can actually have ourselves the wing cap power-up. So, I believe from as far as when this game is concerned, that it only gets like 3 power-ups introduced, 3 power-ups in this game. So, there was the wing cap, like I mentioned earlier, and then you can actually fly anytime you wanted to. However, though, if you actually, if you actually fly around for too long, the vanish, or in this case the wings itself on their cap will actually start to slowly start to disappear every once in a while. So even then though, you have to be like don't waste your wing cap as far as the how much time you have left for that part. So even then though, that, oh yeah, you could actually ride onto the Koopa shells. That's pretty cool. So yeah, occasionally though, in this game, that you actually gonna have to ride onto those Koopa shells. You know, very similar to like, so you can actually surf the or you can actually use the Koopa shell on the underwater segments from Super Mario Galaxy 1 and especially Super Mario Galaxy 2 as well. And I'm not sure about Super Mario 3D Land or in this case 3D World, but anyway. So yeah, basically, for that particular mission we'll be doing is the, you know, Mario's Wings to the Sky. That's all you have to do is, basically, it's very similar to the likes of, where you actually go and shoot the cannon up to the floating island, or in this case, the floating isle. But except that the only difference is that, we're actually going to be using the cannon to actually get these, specific amount of coins, in this case, 5 coins in general. Oh, don't you dare, get away, Whew. Oh, that almost gonna explode on me. Anyway, so, yeah, basically, that good thing we need the wing cap in the first place, because that's the only specific mission that we need to use the wing cap on. So, there's also a bunch of missions that we'll be using a wing cap in the later ones, so even then, though, that power was so awesome, especially that it was consist of, like, now you can fly in any sort of directions, I believe. I'm pretty sure that if you actually tilt the control stick down, that Mario goes up. And then I'm pretty sure that if you tilt the control stick up, that Mario will go down. You know, very similar to the likes of that weird glitch on the Xbox Live Arcade version of Banjo-Tooie. That, pretty sure that if you actually just use the beak attack from if you actually become flying, that way, they'll actually just reverse the controls for a bit, which is kind of a little bit too problematic for some people, but at least we might actually tackle that game in sometime in the future. So, mostly due to 2017, alongside with Pikmin 3 as well. As well as some other ones in there too, and a whole bunch of the remade playthroughs we're just about to be doing, like some 3D Sonic games we'll be doing. And I might actually just point that out, as the fact that we might actually do a remake playthrough on Super Mario Bros. 3. I don't know why I did say that. It's probably because the views point is pretty low at this point. And because of that, the quality itself is really, too bright for my taste. And because of that, the audio itself, you can't perfectly hear that well. But I might actually do something a bit different this time around. But we'll explain more now until we actually get into the future parts of this year. In this case, 2016. Or in 2017, it depends on how long the some of the playthroughs we're still about to be doing. So that now we actually have ourselves a capture card, so it actually makes the quality itself even much better than the, you know, the stupid 240p quality. Because, you know, the only problem I have with the Maxi 10 playthroughs is the fact that the quality itself looks pretty horrendous. Like, even then, it's all in 240p, which that sounds practically disgusting. But at least in the 480p is not too bad and not too shabby. And then especially 720p is pretty good. And the 1080p is so awesome. Especially when they on the, you know, trying to capture some footage and then just trying to put those things onto YouTube and then just make a quality even much more shown than the ones in that bleak camera that we actually did use back in 2011 to 13. So that was the last time I did actually use that camera since then, but I don't have it anymore because I got a replacement, which was the 720p camera. So even then though, it might be a bit passable at some points, especially that it consists of recording 3DS titles. But even then though, yeah. So yeah, I managed to play the Banjo, no, I still kept on saying Banjo-Kazooie. Anyway, so I managed to play myself Crash Bandicoot 1 and 2 on my own time on my PlayStation 3. And then the reason being for that is because I was hoping that Crash Bandicoot will actually make its return again. I think last time they did I think last time that Crash Bandicoot has his games last time, it was actually from Mind Over Mutants from 2008. So it has been about, I don't know how many years was actually at this point. I think it was about 8 years 8 years since the last game, which was, you know, Mind Over Mutants. So, I was hoping that in the PlayStation 4 title on the new Crash Bandicoot game, I'm hoping that game will make that mascot even return. And also same with the likes of Banjo-Kazooie as well. That last time Banjo-Kazooie has its game was actually very exact same year as Crash Mind Over Mutants, the game called Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. That was the last time that Banjo-Kazooie has the game from since then. But we haven't seen any sign of a new Banjo-Kazooie game yet. But I was hoping that during that time that it'll added up a new game to the lineup. I'm hoping so. So anyway, when that comes true though, then I should probably get those games in no time. Assuming that depends on what the you know, the Paper Mario Color Splash will be revealing until sometime in this year, 2016. Alongside with Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue on the PlayStation 4, it will assuming will be released this year as well. So I don't know what specific month though, but it depends on if the development thing is just going to be going on. And sadly to say for Kingdom Hearts fanboys out there is that unfortunately, darn it, I can't believe my power star is all the way up there, and I got smacked. Like, a half of my health is being depleted. I need to get some more coins just to actually restore my health. Sometimes though, if you're actually trying to grab these 100 coins in some of these levels in this game, that sometimes if you actually collect 100 coins, that it always seems to let the power star appears right above Mario's head, whatever this any predicament is. So you need to actually get yourselves a little safe location, because if you actually somehow accidentally collected the power star in a very dangerous area, you're probably not going to get the power star in a dangerous area, because if you do, you lose a life and you have to re-grab the whole 100 coin collectathon again. So this gives some people some trouble at one point, but apart from those types of things, that it's not too much of a pain, but it's just that it's there for the sake of it. So let's grab this power star right there. And that was actually a really long drop right there, and I can see that was like a clip through out of bounds or something like that, like a blue background or anything. So, but at least we got back to its normal state. So, yeah, as I was saying for this mission we're about to be doing is that in order to actually success for this mission is that we need to go through these coin rings, you know, just like how it does in Jolly Roger Bay. But this time we have to collect 5 specific coins onto the center, so that if you collect all 5 of them, specific coins, then you can actually grab yourselves a power star with that. So with that being said, there's the power star right over there, just right the exact same location as what the red star coin, coin star was. Fine, I'll take a hit. But anyways, I think that takes care of this video, and I think that wraps everything up in Bob-omb Battlefield. So yeah, we've now finally managed to complete this world within the 4th part of this playthrough. So yeah, we're gonna have to finish this video right here. So next time on Let's Play Super Mario 64, is the fact that we can go ahead and say now that we might actually go ahead and just head off to the first Bowser stage of the game. So, in case if you couldn't tell, spoiler warning. So see you guys then. Later, fellas.